Hope you're having a great day. Hey, today we're going to talk about 5 bootleg Pink Floyd albums that I picked out just at random. There wasn't any reason I picked the ones I picked. Just trying to pick some at random to help people determine if they really want to purchase that album or not. Ever since Discogs, the website Discogs, stopped selling unofficial releases, it's kind of a bit more of a gamble when you go down to your local brick and mortar store and try to find unofficial releases there. So hopefully I can help people out by sharing my reviews of the unofficial releases I have. And my first one that I'm going to talk about is called Tropez. Now you notice it's got the EMI Harvest logo there down at the bottom. That's of course fake. The album also has for the sticker the Harvest sticker, which is of course also fake. Here's the back side of this so you can kind of get a view. And in the track listing you get Atom Heart Mother, The Embryo, Green is the Color, Careful With That Axe Eugene, and Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun. The sound quality on this album is so-so. It's not great, and it's not, in my opinion, terrible. I got to thinking about that, and what I consider to be not terrible, somebody else might consider to be absolutely atrocious. So it's kind of hard to commonly define that in a way that everybody's going to agree with. I've heard Pink Floyd bootlegs that were just utterly awful. I mean, just utterly awful. Horrific. Early back in I'd say in the 90s, I heard some that were really, really bad. So my definition of really bad is probably just world's worse than somebody else's. But yeah, to me, this album's worth picking up for the OCD person who has to have it all, like me, or even a casual collector who knows in advance that it's not all that. You know, if you know going into it, buying it, that it's not a soundboard. You know, the source of the recording is not a soundboard. It's probably an audience recording, just some guy with a tape recorder and a microphone who snuck in. It's not that bad, in my opinion. This album is fantastic. Mown Grass. Oh hell yeah. If only all bootlegs measured up to Mown Grass, I'm telling you, we'd be some happy people. This is number 154 of 222 pressed on pink vinyl, 666 total copies released for this bootleg. Yeah, I mean, if you see it somewhere, buy it. Don't even worry about it. Just get it. It's that the sound quality is that good. The source is a soundboard in this case. There's no question. That's a triple LP set on pink vinyl. One of my favorite bootlegs, I'd have to say, just because the sound quality is that good, and the performances are really that good as well. I like the Atom Heart Mother period, which is what this came from, and I just really strongly recommend it. If you see it, get it. Then there's this one. A little hard to see with the glare. This is called Live in New York 1977. Supposed to be colored vinyl. Gray, I guess. Dark gray colored vinyl. Basically what this record is a performance of Wish You Were Here. The whole album is nothing but material from Wish You Were Here. It's live, as I mentioned earlier. It's an audience recording. It's not a soundboard, and it's decent quality. I mean, when you're listening to it after 20 minutes or whatever, you're going to forget about the fact that it's not a soundboard or that it's an audience recording. You're just kind of checking out the whole thing. For me personally, that era, the live shows aren't that great, just in my opinion. So it's not an absolute must-have unless you're OCD like I am, and then you just buy it regardless. But if you're a casual collector, I could actually pass this one up. It's just not that mind-blowing, and it's just Wish You Were Here. So something to consider if and when you see it out hunting for bootlegs. This one's interesting. Poppin' Blues Festival. Sorry about the glare there. Poppin' Blues Festival. What's interesting about this one is immediately you're faced with astronomy domine that sounds exactly like the one off Umaguma, and it is, as a matter of fact. So I don't know if Umaguma sourced that particular performance of astronomy domine from this show, and this show just happens to have it on here because it was part of the show. I don't know. Sound quality of the album is very good. It's soundboard, actually. So if you're concerned about the sound quality, you won't be disappointed. The thing that disappointed me was the fact that part of it had already been released, so it wasn't really it didn't feel like a bootleg, really. They don't try and cover it up like some other labels do and act like it's an official release when it's not. So I don't know. This one, I would say, casual collectors, save your money. Save your money for another album. If you're OCD, you're going to buy it anyway. I did. And then this one, I love this one. Not rare by any means. We all know about it, but it's still very much worth talking about. Pink Floyd, Live in Pompei. Love Live in Pompei. I've always felt that the whole entire performance of Live in Pompei was stellar. I had the VHS tape back in the 80s, and I used to love watching that thing. But yeah, the performance of Echoes is probably the greatest performance of Echoes I've ever heard, and it's worth it to have Live in Pompei just for that Echoes. To me, it's even better than the studio version. But yeah, that's the 5 albums I'm going to review for now that are bootlegs. I'm going to do this periodically, post a new review of various bootleg albums, hoping to help out my fellow collectors so that they can kind of get an idea of what sounds decent and what doesn't before they buy it. Since you can't get them off Discogs anymore. Kind of sucks. Oh well. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.